So, I traveled during the coronavirus outbreak. Now, when I flew out, the virus was not that bad. Like, there were a few cases in the US, but it was not nearly as crazy as it was when I left. I flew out to Texas for about a week, and in that week, things just escalated like crazy. I know a lot of people are still out there somewhere traveling, trying to get back home safely, so I just want to show those people what the airports are like right now, what it's like to fly right now, that kind of stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty scared.
We're getting a little discouraged once we get off, which will probably be tomorrow.
This coronavirus thing, man. This is scary. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm currently in Dallas, Texas. I'm flying back tonight, and to be honest, I'm terrified. But I figured, why not make a video out of this, right? Because, you know, when times are hard, there's no better thing to do than to just make my life even harder. But first, we have some stuff to do. I'm not going to take this lightly. I do have a suppressed immune system. I had a heart transplant back in 2012, and I take anti-rejection medications, which as a side effect, weaken my immune system. That means it's easier for me to get sick. When I do get sick, I tend to stay sick for longer, and I've gone to the hospital for things that most people wouldn't need to see anyone for. I definitely would have canceled the trip if I knew how badly the situation would escalate. When I flew out to Dallas about a week ago, the coronavirus wasn't as big of a scare as it is now. I've come into contact with a lot of stuff. A lot of people during the last 14 days, which is the amount of time they said you should quarantine. So, do I have it? I don't know. I don't think so. But we're gonna plan as if I do. Worst case scenario, right? So, I'm thinking right now, I'm going to pack up everything in the one bag that I brought, go to the airport, clean my phone, figure out where I gotta go from there. And then when I get on the plane, I'm basically just gonna kind of like keep my jacket on and curl up into a ball for that 3-hour flight. Am I being really, really safe? Yes. Am I being a little bit paranoid? Maybe. Do I regret it? Not really. So the first thing I did was I packed my bag very carefully. Normally I just throw stuff in my bag and deal with it when I get home, but this time I wanted to make sure I was reaching into my bag as little as possible. I was super serious about minimizing my contact with places or people that might be contaminated.
We should leave here about 6:30.
All right, that sounds good. This is definitely gonna be the most nerve-wracking flying experience of my life so far. And this is kind of the fit. I actually don't think I'll really suit up until I get out at the airport, because the environment up until then is just in the car. I'm familiar with it, it's fine. But these new environments, like the departures section of the airport, the plane, the arrivals point at McCarran, it's too risky. So I will suit up when I get there. All right, here we go.
I don't wanna be loved by you, be loved by you.
Do you have anything to say or any advice to give?
Do you know what the symptoms of the coronavirus are? It starts with a scratchy throat, sore throat. So the flu is body aches and everything.
The best solution is washing your hands frequently. In a pinch, when you can't have access to that, is to use some sanitizer.
Major League Baseball is now wrapped up in the spread of coronavirus.
Washington State's governor has issued a ban on all gatherings of large crowds, and that includes T-Mobile Park, where the Rangers' opening series was to start. Now the Mariners are looking for another place to play out of state.
Love you.
All right, love you too. Bye.
Oh, everything you think you own or have the right to, isn't yours, not at all, so let go.
I'm ready to go. All right.
Have a good trip, buddy. I'm gonna miss you.
I miss you too. Bye, Grandpa. You know, I don't need my hood on until later, I don't think. Am I being a little too safe? Yeah, I think so. Do I look dumb? Yeah, I think so. But you know what? Better look dumb than sorry. I'm cool with this. Okay, this is like the part that I'm actually the most worried about. The security line was my biggest concern, just because there's normally a long line and you have to take your shoes off and your coat off and you have to put it into a dirty bin. It just seemed like a really high risk area. Thankfully, there weren't a whole lot of people there. I got through security pretty quickly and I took some time afterwards to kind of clean up everything that touched anything else. The airport seems kind of empty. I mean, there were still plenty of people there, but it didn't feel like as many people as usual. Now, of course, I've never been to DFW before, so I don't know what's average, but to me, it felt like there are normally more people there. I was always looking for the nearest bathroom so I could wash my hands if I needed to. A few people were wearing masks and gloves, and they were airing CDC PSAs about how to stay safe while traveling on the screens above the gates. It's kind of nice the CDC made a video for traveling, how to stay away or stay safe from coronavirus. Now it's just the long haul part of this is sitting down in a seat for 3 hours and trying not to move very much. It's gonna be tough, but we're gonna do this. I'm gonna make it to Las Vegas and nothing else is gonna happen. Plain and simple. For the record, I love flying. I love planes, right? This is an unusual situation, you know? This is a bit of a big bag. Feeling good, feeling prepared. Maybe a bit overkill, but better safe than not safe. Normally, I'm really excited to fly, get on a plane, and I love flying, but this time it just felt different. I think everyone on some level knew how serious the situation was by this point and how risky it was to be locked in an airtight metal tube for 3 hours. Here we go. I tried to sleep, didn't happen. About an hour into the flight, I took off my gloves, sanitized my hands, and then realized I didn't have any gloves left. Bad news, guys. So I am out of gloves. I mean, that's not that big of a deal. That's more of a preventative measure. This kills the stuff. Kind of sucks, but I think I'll be fine. I just made sure to wash my hands after getting off the plane and to not touch my face for the remaining 2 hours of the flight. Captain said we're about 230 miles out of Las Vegas, and that was a few minutes ago. So yeah, I'll be out this plane even sooner. I still had to hang tight for I think like 45 minutes, but it was nice, like knowing exactly where we were. Kept trying to sleep, still didn't work, and then finally I see Las Vegas. It's so distinguishable. If you've ever flown into Vegas or flown by it or over it, you know it's Vegas just because of how bright it is. We landed. We got to our gate pretty quickly. I got off the plane and I just booked it for Terminal 1. Nice to be back in Las Vegas, but the battle is not over yet. I'm pretty much just gonna beeline it for Terminal 1. And then I'll be fine, I'll be safe. It'll be good. Blue Line tram, let's get it.
This tram is going to Terminal 1 for baggage.
Safety first. Passenger pickup. All right, now to actually find a car and just hop in, and then from there on, we're pretty much home free. I see her. Hi, Mom. I got home, basically locked myself in the bathroom for like an hour, just cleaning, showering, just like making sure I was all good. And that was the whole day. Once I cleaned everything, I went to bed. Today is Thursday, March 26th. I flew back on Wednesday, March 11th, 2020, and I'm happy to report that in these 2 weeks, I've not experienced any symptoms, which means that I did not contract COVID-19 from flying back from Texas. As far as I'm concerned, everything I did to protect myself and others was worth it. Maybe none of it was, but I'm just going to assume that what I did had some role in my current health. Looking back on it now, I think I was a little bit paranoid. I definitely did more than I should need to, but like I said in the video, better to look safe and dumb than to not be safe at all. That doesn't mean you should hoard toilet paper. So I didn't get it in Texas, great. But I've been to a few other places since then. My family members have been to grocery stores. And you know, I'm gonna stay away from people still, but I'm just happy with my current health right now. I hope this vlog was helpful for you if you have to fly in the next few months during this social distancing time, this really, really weird time in history right now. If you want to learn about the heart transplant I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I made a short film about it. I will link that up here for you to watch. Go check it out. And I'll be back with a regular video next week, so be on the lookout for that. Thanks for watching. Peace.